Alright, here is a summary recap of what I've been doing. I started at 10 o'clock this morning and it's after 2. I will turn this around and show you. I planted seeds in both of my towers. My husband and I dumped the potting soil out and mixed it up with new potting soil and refreshed it last week. Left some things that were growing from last year, like some basil and some peppers, which look pretty good now that we cut them way back. This big old, just kind of an ornamental plant. So I planted the green stalk towers. My husband and sons mowed the yard. I up-potted 6 pineapple tops. Up-potted 6 kumquats. 5 dragon fruit, 2 Christmas cactuses. I also stuck in some pots this orchid bamboo that I accidentally cut when we first got back from Michigan. The backyard was so overgrown, and so I stuck a couple in with the pineapples because they'll get really tall. I planted all sorts of cool weather seeds: chives, spinach, lettuce, radish, mustard, kale, cilantro, arugula, broccoli, turnips, tatsoi, Asian greens, and potted some sweet potato vines that were given to me from my friend Marina. She also gave me an avocado she started from seed, and here's a a jackfruit that I started from seed. So I potted him, and that is what I did for 4 hours today. I really hadn't gardened since last spring. Everything's on autopilot. This garden right there is over the drain field. The sweet potato vines I think are beautiful and lush. The cassava is huge and lush. The winds from the hurricane did knock some down. We've got a bunch of new growth right there. Blueberry bushes are in there, but they're not thriving. My shade gardens, I haven't done a thing to them. I haven't even watered them, so whatever the rain has done. I have several types of ginger in there. Butterfly ginger, spiral ginger, and I'm not sure about the other 2 types of ginger that are in there. I have a Kaheli ginger, and then in the woods there's a little bit of a garden. This one's Tina's garden. My friend Tina gave me these plants. She decided she didn't want them. And there was I think a native plant growing there, a tree in the middle, so I kind of planted them around it. And in the back you can see some red. That's some shampoo ginger from my friend Julie. Ouch. So shampoo ginger, if you're not familiar with it, you squeeze it and the water that comes out of it, you can put on your hair, your skin, your body. But I gave several away. And I planted 2 back here with the split leaf philodendrons, elephant ears, foxtail ferns, front garden. Everything's going pretty good. We just have a sprinkler system that waters once a week. And then the rain. So literally I haven't done anything out here. I come out here and eat. Oh no! My eucalyptus died. Bummer. Oh well. Oh well. This is the Shan's yellow cassava from Cody Cove Nursery. Mexican sunflowers are super tall. Moringa is tall. This is the Jumbo Leaf Chaya from Cody Cove Nursery. Vitex. I have the Okinawa spinach, I believe from Cody Cove Nursery. And I just come out here and pinch off pieces and I eat it. I don't make salads with it. My family isn't really fond of it. Most of these tropical fruits or vegetables or anything. Started a bunch of papayas from seed. I thought if I plant them under the tree, maybe the tree will protect them from freezing this winter. I don't know, they're pretty. Everything is looking dry though. Lemongrass looks really dry. This is very aromatic. This is Cuban oregano. It's also looking really dry. This is that medicinal elderberry. I got that cutting from a neighbor who was giving away free cuttings of moringa. And he had some fish and had a really neat yard. I think it's time for me to harvest my roselle. What do you think? It's beautiful, isn't it? And the tall one right there is a Pakistani mulberry. I made cuttings from the one I bought, and the cuttings are great. They have not flowered, so maybe I bought a male plant. That's a papaya tree that I started from seed last year. So we kept it alive from the frost. You can see at the base, it was really windy, so it got uncovered, but it lived. See how big that base is down in there? It's really thick. The base is super thick. And he only has a couple, so he must be a male plant. But I think he's pretty and he gives us privacy from the neighbors. It's not a super busy road, but it's kind of a main road into the neighborhood. I just, this was my vision. I wanted lemongrass, roselle, lemongrass, roselle, and it's kind of pretty. The roselle out front isn't as lush as the ones closer to the house, but all started from seeds. These roselle look much better actually. Look how pretty they are. In this yard I started the candlestick cassia from seed. My sign fell down. Pick up my sign. A dear friend made these signs for me for our daughter's wedding, and I thought it's too cute. I'm just gonna leave it in my yard. So these roselle need harvested. Anyone want to come over and harvest some roselle? My son got too close with the mower. The roselle is getting killed. Beat the kids. Beat them all. I just love it here. So you see, I have chopped and dropped, chopped and dropped, chopped and dropped the Mexican sunflowers, but I am letting it grow now so it'll bloom. Because it blooms pretty soon, it'll start blooming. The cassava, before it freezes, I'll cut it down, store it in the garage, just in the air, in a trash can. And then in the spring, I just shove it under the mulch. So I make all these gardens with wood chips and horse manure. We live in a horse community. So I have 2 dragon fruits. These are the most leaves it's had on it. Usually the caterpillars devour it. So maybe next year I'll get something. had a moonflower growing there. There's a couple, looks like seed pods. I'll have to grab them from my moonflower. All of those beans on this fence, vining all over, I believe they are reseeded from last year. I believe those ones are the Puerto Rican long beans. Need to chop them all down and chop and drop. They're climbing all over my little bamboos, my firebush, my sweet almond, and the fence, which is fine. I like the privacy that it provides by climbing on the fence. But it's up in that tree, which I should have cut the tree down when we built the fence, but I didn't know it was an invasive. Then I just took a bunch of cuttings from the cassava and stuck them in the ground out here, and they're leafing out. So this will all be cassava next year. This was the I guess the newest garden that we made last fall maybe we started it. And it did have a few wildflowers in it, but it wasn't lush. I didn't water it enough to really get anything to germinate good. That vine on the fence right here is Black-Eyed Susan vine. I got starts of that from my friend. So I'm a mess. Been out here for over 4 hours. Just wanted to show everybody my garden, my yard, my food forest. It's a very young food forest. I need fruit trees. I have banana trees and a couple avocado trees, one orange, one lemon, but they're not doing great. I need to water them more. There's a whole line of papayas that I planted last year along this fence, and we kept them alive. They didn't freeze, so they came back. A lot of privacy. This is kind of a sorry experiment. We tried growing things on this, but disease got it. These are my favorite, the Guyana long beans, but they didn't do very good. I don't even think I have any seeds, but I didn't water it either. One lone gourd. One lone gourd. Might have seeds. So we need to dig up the candlestick cassia. I thought I had bought popcorn cassia. So when I planted it that close to the house, it was only supposed to get, 6 feet tall. But I didn't. I planted candlestick cassia, and it's huge. But they are beautiful. I don't think I've shown you. I'm going to pause. Well, I'll just show you my yard as I walk back. This is the front garden, which is very neglected. Like I said, I haven't done anything outside since spring. The oak, the longevity spinach. This is longevity spinach. That was one of the first things I bought, probably on Etsy. But it's a nice little ground cover. So it's doing really good. I need to dig up all the ferns. They're kind of invasive. I didn't know that. The front yard. I don't think did my son butcher this one too? That's one roselle plant. I got that one from Chris and Stacy. They have magic dirt. And this is, turn around so you can see how tall. But that's the jumbo leaf chaya from Cody Cove Nursery. And the wind knocked the cassava down. The cassava was a lot taller. I mean, there's a tall cassava. Here, let's see how tall this one is. This one is super tall. All right. This is today's 4 hours worth of work. Repotted a lot of plants, seeded a bunch, just enjoyed the outdoors. And yeah, just like David the Good, I'm barefoot today. And I do something else that's kind of crazy. My friend said, "Why are you growing pokeweed?" Actually, her son was like, "Why are you growing pokeweed? Isn't it a weed?" Yeah, but the old timers grew it and ate it, and it was medicinal. So I did some research, and I heard that you can eat like 8 or 9 berries. Just don't chew up the seeds. And so I've been trying that for my achy joints. I don't know if it's helping. Tastes nasty. So I love Florida. I love the food forest, permaculture movement. Well, not all the hocus pocus that comes with it, but I am the gardening queen, zone 9A. Pound some dirt, plant a garden, spend time outside.